Hi, folks. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to day 13 of my 30/30 challenge, Reflections on Online Learning, 30 tips in 30 days to help make online learning better. Please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to download our free ebook, The Musitex Guide to Flipping Your Music Class. Now, one of the biggest complaints about online learning was engagement. And there are many reasons students disengaged, and a lot of them were beyond your control. But when in the class, it really comes down to whether or not the students valued the content. Now, in an ensemble class where there are no ensembles playing and no concerts, that's a real problem. My daughter was online for over a year now, and it's very clear to me which classes she values and which she doesn't. And while I encouraged her to attend all of the classes, after watching a few of the ones she didn't care for, I understood why. Online learning is enough of a challenge, and I just couldn't see any benefit in forcing her to attend classes that she didn't like and frankly weren't very good. Sadly, one of these was music. Now, my fear was that she'd turn off to all online learning, and then I'd really be up a creek. Now, if it's only a couple of students, it's not really a problem. But if you're finding that a lot of your students are disengaged, especially the good students, and you've determined that the problems are not something that you don't have control over, then it's time for you to reflect on what went wrong. The first thing to check is the content itself. Is it clear to your students why you're doing what you're doing? Do you have clear goals and outcomes, or are you doing one-offs that are kind of like sub-plans? Also, another way of looking at it is to say, is it something that they would value if you did it in the classroom? The other thing to look at is methodology. Do these lessons work well online? And are your students actively participating? One thing that I found is that passive learning wasn't just worthless, it was actually harmful because it encouraged students to disengage. Also, don't be afraid to ask your students. At midterm, I gave my students a survey. It was basically yes and. Tell me one thing that was good about the class and one thing that could make it better. I got some really good feedback, and the students appreciated being involved in this. This was a really tough year, and you've been under fire, so it can be really hard to take a critical look at what you did. But in music and in teaching, it's never perfect, so just make it a little better. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, download the ebook, and I hope to see you tomorrow for another tip.